In this video, I'm going to spoil The Good Place. Not the whole 4-season run, but certainly the biggest twist, development, thing that you definitely want to experience for yourself first time round. So if you've not watched the show, you should definitely click off this video right now. 3, 2, 1, spoiler warning over. If you've seen The Good Place, you know what I'm referring to. There are a bunch of really cool, jaw-dropping moments throughout this show, stuff that makes you feel like you're seeing the time knife, but there's one moment above all else that's stuck with people, that takes the cake, that's come to define this show, to the point that we all know what I'm talking about, and there's really nothing else I could be talking about. It's obviously this episode, this scene.
I can't believe you figured it out.
This is, of course, the big reveal at the end of Season 1. Throughout these first 13 episodes, the show's setting had remained mostly constant. Eleanor's found herself in the good place, a heaven-type deal, but she's there by mistake. She wasn't a great person, and so she's been trying to become a better person, to earn her spot, all while trying to evade notice by Michael, the good place architect. The plot advances, eventually she's found out, new characters appear and complicate the situation, but that's the premise, or so we thought. The last episode, Michael's Gambit, pulls the curtain back.
This is the bad place.
This was never the good place. None of these people made it in. They were all being tortured. They were all torturing each other. This episode changes everything. But I'm gonna try and make the case that there's another episode which does this again, which rips up the rulebook in a bigger, more impactful way, in a way that better defines the show, and that's the very next episode. The Season 2 premiere, Everything is Great.
Okay, here we go.
So the humans figured it out and Michael resets their memories, thinking that discovery was just a fluke, and that's where Season 1 ends. That's the setup for Season 2. Time to do it all over again. Only for the very next episode to see them figure it out again.
I don't know what this place is, but it is certainly not the good place. Michael is forking with us.
Like a prank show.
Yeah, like a prank show.
On the face of it, this isn't quite the bombshell that Season 1 reveal was, but, well, for one, it's a pretty bold swing. I mean, just think about it. The way Michael's Gambit offered a pretty solid blueprint for the show's sophomore year, the same setting, the same characters, a few switch-ups, and a head start for the humans. Season 2 could have played this out over the course of 13 episodes. This could have been a year's worth of story, of the humans figuring out their position, trying to keep that knowledge secret, trying to get an edge on their captors, all while we also get to see the demons' perspectives, all while the humans endure the same zany torture scenarios the real Season 2 shoves to the background.
Sorry to interrupt, but you didn't give me a heads up about this new Vicky torture, the one with the needles in my face?
That would still have been interesting, in the same way so-called how catch'ems like Columbo or Pokerface, which tell you what's happening at the start, are still interesting, even when compared to your more traditional whodunit mysteries. The fun comes in seeing how your characters figure out what you already know, and seeing how they use that information. This looked like the route Season 2 was going to take, but it didn't. At all. It tore through this new premise in 20 minutes. The Good Place looked at this premise, this perfectly solid premise, and said, no, we can do better, way better. And this move wasn't always guaranteed. In the show's official podcast discussing this episode, the writers note that the show's creatives didn't really have a plan for Season 2 when finishing Season 1, when setting up this blank slate.
Did we talk at all about what this premiere for Season 2 would be at the end of Season 1? I'm trying to remember.
We had ideas, but I would say the process was almost the exact opposite of Season 1. And I remember we just met up kind of early in the year with like, well, we got to get ourselves out of this hole.
But eventually this bold choice was made. The immediate aftermath of this choice is one of the show's all-time best episodes, Dance Dance Resolution. And if Everything is Great was The Good Place thumbing its nose at the idea of playing it safe, Dance Dance Resolution is the show dousing the studio with petrol and lighting a match.
Wait a minute. You know what? Holy smokes. This is the bad place. This is the bad place.
We jump ahead from the third go-around of Michael's neighborhood to attempt 802, and if the previous episode abandoned a solid season's worth of conceits, this one practically throws away a whole show, because in Dance Dance Resolution, you can almost detect the ghost of a different, maybe worse, certainly less ambitious version of The Good Place, the version of the show from a parallel timeline which leans into this fungibility, this palimpsestic, episodic dynamic, the infinite narrative potential of a rebooting hellish heaven, in which show creator Mike Schur took a similar route to the one taken by other sitcoms he'd worked on, The Office, Parks and Rec, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where overarching narratives inch ahead, bit by bit each season, but the focus is mostly on the characters and the gags. Just imagine a show's worth of this. A different moral lesson each time, a different fantastical, otherworldly problem, all while some grand chess match is unfolding incrementally between the humans and the Bad Place demons. That could have been a pretty solid show. And this does all happen, but mostly off-screen, in 2 episodes. Arguably, the only thing more gutsy than doing this, than tearing through seasons worth of premises in a single bound, is the amount of times The Good Place does this. Cockroaches plus Michael against Vicky and Sean, humans back alive getting better together, Soul Squad trying to get other people into The Good Place, the season 4 experiment complete with sus imposter Michael, especially given the show's short runtimes and the compact seasons. All of these are premises which a less ambitious show would have stretched out, would have wrung a season each from. But that show wouldn't have been The Good Place. The Good Place breezed through all of these. None overstay their welcome. The show never just spins its wheels. And while that season 1 twist makes a bigger impact first time round, what we see in the following episode is, I think, the bigger departure. And okay, sure, you might say, it's a big swing, but why am I making so much of it? Well, I think this episode, the way it blazes a trail forth, away from the familiar, captures the essence of The Good Place, or the essence of what it had become, maybe better than anything else. Throughout the show's run, everything changes, to a degree you really don't see. Our main characters are rebooted, again and again. Character progression is reset, time is rewound, the setting changes dramatically on a dime, and all that really remains static across the board is the cast, the tone, and the optimism. That's all the show needs to get where it wants to go. Everything else is optional, is ephemeral, is subject to change, to rebooting. And I think that is key here. In some ways, The Good Place is defined by impermanence, as the eventual finale makes painfully clear, and I think the point at which this expendability, this willingness to let go, first comes into focus is here, is the start of Season 2, and the way it demolishes your expectations with gleeful abandon. Season 1 is great, but when you're looking at the trajectory of the show as a whole, it's a cocoon. A fantastic, perfectly formed cocoon, but a cocoon nonetheless. Everything is great. Season 2, Episode 1 is the shedding of this. The moment the guide wheels are taken off, a quantum leap away from stability and toward a show that habitually upends itself. I think that's important, that this is an important choice, an important point in the development of honestly one of the best shows of the 2010s, definitely more so than has been granted, and yes, maybe even more so than that classic Bad Place twist. So yeah, it's nothing massive, but that's today's content nugget. The idea came to me while making that last video, so I thought, why not double up? On that note, while making this, I did get an idea for another Good Place video, a bit of a meatier one I honestly can't believe no one else has done yet, so I'll tell you what. If this or that other one end up doing okay, I'll start planning that big chonker pronto. Until then, thanks for watching. I have it on good authority that likes and comments will earn you enough points to avoid eternal damnation, and huge shout out as always to my Patreon supporters on screen now, especially Daniel Goldhorn, Heather Long, Ryan Emily, and Weirdy Beardy.